Welcome to the Santa Barbara special here on Daytime Today. I couldn't let the 40 years go by without saying something. July 30th, 1985. Nope, 84. Okay, we can't count. I was 15 years old, and a soap on NBC debuted called Santa Barbara. The Dobsons started Jerome Bridget, and it's my favorite soap opera of all time. It's my favorite daytime soap opera of all time. It slightly beats a little bit. Dallas is my other favorite soap opera of all time, so it's slightly like they go back and forth. Depends for me. I watched Santa Barbara faithfully. My girl Candace Mack gave me a present once, and it is script number 1 of Santa Barbara. That's right, kids. It's right here, and I'm telling you, my prized possession. I'm holding on to it. One of the things that I love about Santa Barbara, it was head and shoulders above the other soaps. At that time period, soap operas were considered cheesy, over the top, not serious, kind of frivolous. Even though some of the soaps we're doing, you and I know this. We're soap fans. But you and I know that soaps were doing social justice issues and doing some great work. Yeah, sometimes they're cheesy and stuff, but they were doing other good stuff. Soaps always got a bad rap, but Santa Barbara was the first one where it got critical acclaim even outside of the soap world. I remember. And it's just, but for me personally, it was the Capwells that got me in, the Lockridges that solidified it, and everybody else who joined. And we had actors of all caliber from other shows. Young Nancy Lee Grahn as Julia Rainwright. We had Lane Davies as Mason Capwell. We had young Robin Wright as Kelly Capwell. We had the distinguished Jen Allen. We had Robin Mattson. I won't say Heather, so Robin Mattson who played Gina, Justin Dees. I mean, just like the list goes on and on. There were so many great actors on this show, and I should get the statistics out first a little bit, just for folks who don't know. But Santa Barbara aired from July 30th, 1984 to January 15th, 1993. So almost 10 years. I don't know why I started watching it, but Santa Barbara, a lot of shows are named for cities. We did have a Texas for a minute, of course, Dallas, Knots Landing, a few. But daytime, especially now, all the soaps are there's Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, Young Restless, and General Hospital. There's no name for their names. Set in a real city, which is very rare also. Set in Santa Barbara. I had no attachment to Santa Barbara. I've been to Santa Barbara many times. Love it, but it's not, and no attachment to it. 60 Minutes. New World Television was the first show for New World Television. They did other stuff too. Santa Barbara won 24 daytime Emmys. It was nominated 30 times. Also won 18 Silver Digest Awards and great stuff. The point kind of was there was a mystery when it opened, and also which was iconic and a great way to start of Channing Capwell Jr. And it was and so that was the central plot point at first was that, and the killing takes place 5 years before it starts. And it's a whole thing. And you already have Kelly Capwell, who's the sister, who is dating the guy who's in jail for murder. Joe Price. There was a whole thing. But the show itself, it had high production value. We had a dame on there who played Minx Lockridge. There was a dame on there. There was Dame Judith Anderson. We had, the divine Louise Sorel, who of course later went on to God, I went on to Vivian fame on Days. There were just so many storylines. They did natural disasters. They had the Crash Killer, Mary the Big C, all that stuff. It was just there were so many different things that are just to me iconic. Gina Capwell. Well, she was Gina in many things. She was like just this iconic character. And then when they brought in Justin Dees as he was a bomb. When they brought him in, it solidified everything on the show. Uh, it's the dialogue was really above some of the others that were out there. The storylines were rich and full, sometimes gothic. Even they also did comedy. Um, we had a couple that no one talks about enough. That was an interracial couple. It was Eden and Cruz, um, Marcy Walker and A Martinez, who drove a lot of the story. And there weren't a lot of Latino leading men on soaps at that time. Still aren't today. A Martinez is one of what 5 or 6 guys of color who have won the daytime Emmy for lead actor in a drama series. One of the few. She also won. She tied. No, she didn't tie. No, she won. She won lead actress. Also for Marcia Walker did. You had Lionel and Augusta. You had Sophia and Cece. You had Pamela who came to town. Mysterious Pamela. I actually like both actresses who played her. The British when she was British, when she wasn't. It'll work for me. It was the show was head and shoulders with the rest. My grandmother, my great grandmother, who didn't watch soaps, she's one of the few who didn't watch soaps. I went one summer to New York, spent the summer, and she got hooked on Santa Barbara because I had to watch it. And she got hooked. And we were talking about it after I left. It brought us closer together until she died. It brought us closer together. She loves Santa Barbara. Well, actually, it went off the air right before she died. So it's like, yeah, so like around the same time. But she loved it. Out and about, when I was at AfterBuzz TV, me and Mark J. Freeman, we really want to do a Santa Barbara reunion of sorts. I wish I was going to the reunion that's happening right now in a couple of days. I wish I could go. I can't here in LA. I can't go. But I've talked to many of the stars who are on other shows now because, of course, the talent pool, even though it went off the air, the talent pool continued over the years, and they were happy. Each person was happy to talk about it. There's some drama that went on behind the scenes with the producers and stuff. That's another story. But everyone else. Remember, I met Nancy Lee Graham, and I met her in 2018, and I was like, "Girl, I know you're here for General Hospital. Can we talk Santa Barbara?" She's like, "Yes." Oh my gosh, good. Larice Sorrell and I and Marcy Freeman, we had a great conversation. She was there for Vivian to do Dish and Days, the show that my chocolate twin Tony Moore does. And before and after we sat and talked to her, and before we sat with her out in the lobby area, she shared so many stories. And she was so gracious. I love Louise. I said, I wish I could sit and talk forever. I just had a show and just sit. I would just listen to her forever. She just spills my secrets. Eileen Davidson, when I interviewed her, she brought up Santa Barbara playing Kelly. A Martinez, Vincent Irizarry, I'm going to talk to them about it. I mean, like, it's everyone who's been on the show was very happy to talk about it. That says something. That says something. And it's a highlight, and it's a feather in their cap in their careers. They all seems to be. It seems like, yeah, I was on Santa Barbara. And Santa Barbara is funny because the fans, there's worldwide fans. And it's one of those things where, like, nobody talks about it, but I'll bring it up randomly somewhere. And like, oh my God, I love it. Like, when people like me, not just that we like the show, we like the show. It reminds me of like Passions or whatever. It's one of those shows that became cult status where it's like, no one's talking about it right now, but when someone does, everyone joins in. And that person, and these people usually like it. They like it. So it's a trip. It elicits that kind of response. But I seriously everybody wants me to do an after show. I know I don't have any time. I wish I could, but I just wanted to give a shout out to the creator of Santa Barbara. Everybody's going to that thing this weekend. Oh, the Santa Barbara itself is just. I hope it comes on streaming somewhere. I have a couple episodes on tape, videotape. I have this one scene. One of my favorite scenes is when Pamela comes back. Her crazy daughter Elena had just ran through them and did all this crazy stuff. And she had the little mask thing, and she took it off in court. But Sophia comes to her hotel to warn her, and there's a speech that there's an exchange that I know the whole exchange by heart. And Judah McConnell just does such a great job warning her, and she's like, "I'm back," and just like I was there for him. And we just said, "Oh, it's a great scene. It's such a great scene. I just love it. It's a great scene. My favorites of all that." And then recently giving shots to General Hospital for putting Lane Davies on opposite Nancy Lee Grant's character there for a few episodes. The chemistry was still there. It was still there. But here at Daytime Today, we love you, Santa Barbara. Happy 40th anniversary from your beginning. I wish it would come back, of course, but I know it won't. But if I ever get a chance to do any kind of Santa Barbara myself thing, I will do it and happily do it. To all you fellow Santa Barbara fans, I love you also. Daytime Today is on all streaming service platforms. We're on all social media platforms, and we'll talk to you next time.